What's going on?
Oh my God.
Whoa.
Welcome to Who Said That? 5 comedians armed with all we've got left at the moment. Rhythm, music, my girl, and the knowledge of each other's terrible brains. Dialing in today are Sadia Azmat, Paddy Raff, Susie McCabe, and tied with Carl Kennedy from Neighbours as my favourite ever Carl, it's Carl Donnelly.
Cheers.
Are you happy with that? Are you happy being tied with Carl Kennedy?
Yes. He seems like he's all right. Didn't he used to do tours of universities singing? Am I right in thinking that?
Totally.
Yeah, that was that weird time when there was this nostalgia at unis. I remember doing a freshers gig, and the night before Chesney Hawkes had been on. This was 6 years ago. So how do they know who Chesney Hawkes is? He's probably about 65 now.
The one and only.
Sadia, slightly rude question, forgive me, but how old are you, and do you remember Chesney Hawkes?
I'd rather tell you how many guys I've shagged than my age. That's the first bit. And no, I do remember, unfortunately, this Chesney Hawkes guy. But I feel like, where is he? Is he okay?
He was on a news day. He popped up at the start of lockdown. They did
Really?
a feel good thing. I think he sung The One and Only from his house with his family. He's got a lovely family and he's got a nice house. So obviously the royalties are still rolling in.
Of course. He's better than James Blunt, right?
Although we like James Blunt now,
James
don't
Blunt
we?
on Twitter, he's sort of won us all back.
James Blunt?
Only because he's sort of very self-effacing, isn't it?
His Twitter's pretty funny.
I think that's it.
I think in 2020, the vibes I'm getting is that everybody thinks they're a comedian. And as comedians, that's kind of like, wait, you're save the world, go do what you do and leave the jokes to us, right? No?
I know everyone does think they're a comedian, but comedians now also think they're clinicians and epidemiologists.
Experts. Yeah, I've never heard so many comedians talking about Sweden before. I was banging on about it.
Paddy, do you spout kind of basically? Have you decided that you're a comedian at the moment, or have you decided that you are an expert on universal income? Which one are you?
Whichever. Yeah, if there's fun to be had in it, I'll pretend like I know what I'm talking about. If there's a joke to be, I'll flip and flop. But I had whenever Noel Gallagher came out about his anti-mask kind of thing, which is the kind of thing you'd expect him to say anyway in his interviews. I parodied Don't Look Back in Anger and changed it to Put On a Mask, You Wanker. And
do you know what I loved about that whole thing? That Ian Brown and Noel Gallagher, who are two like I'm a massive fan of both, right? They are a decade off of being in the shielding group, right? Ian Brown has lived a life that should probably put him in the shielding group, and you're like,
that sounds like a super group, a Britpop super group. The
shielding group. And you're just like I look at Ian Brown and I think, my gran had friends that looked like you.
He does look, and he's aged badly, Ian Brown. Noel Gallagher still sort of holds it together. Ian Brown looks like a 75-year-old woman. He's got that grey,
he still has the cheekbones, doesn't he?
And Sadia, your Twitter is 90% filth.
That's low. I thought it was more than that.
Oh, sorry.
I've been good this year.
You've lowered it to 90%.
I know, right?
We have a game to play. The game is incredibly simple. Basically, each contestant will take it in turn to ask a question. The answers will then be texted directly to me and only me. I will read them out, and the questioner will receive points for every answer they pair with an answerer. And we are going into round one with Carl Donnelly. Carl, do you have your question, please?
I do have my question here that I wrote, and it's inspired this week by the government / Rishi Sunak telling creatives to retrain and change careers. What's the best job / jobs you genuinely think you could do that has transferable skills from comedy? Did anyone here do the online questionnaire on the government website?
Not yet.
It's brilliant. I mean, it makes no sense. It doesn't ask you any questions about your actual job experience. It's basically a personality questionnaire. I did it, and it gives you a bunch of jobs, but two of them. One was a horse groom. Apparently, that's what I should be, even though I live in northwest London. And the other one, which I took as offensive, I think, was a leisure centre assistant.
Not even manager.
No, not even like the sort of the work experience kid at a leisure centre.
I've got some answers for you, Carl. Answer number 1: Prime Minister stroke any cabinet post.
So,
Are you answering straight away, or do you want the other two?
I'll hear the other two actually. Sorry,
sure?
yes. I know.
Are
I
you
do
sure?
now. I
I
didn't
mean,
know
you-
that was.
mate-
I didn't know that was an option, but now you've said it. I do.
I mean, you can play it however you want, mate. You can play it.
I would like all the options, please,
Okay. Answer number 2.
so I can see everyone's facial expressions as you say them.
Oh, this is good. Oh, you are Sherlock in this. Answer number 2: stripper. And
Okay.
answer
Quite
number
confident
3.
I know who said that. I mean, I'm not basing it on their Twitter feed, but that one I think we might have a front runner.
Or someone is double bluffing.
This is true, actually.
Answer number 3: I would be a vet because I'm good at put downs.
All right, I'm confident with this.
Oh, okay. Oh, this is good.
I'm not confident. I mean, I've got 3 answers. That's basically where I'm at in my life currently. That's my level of normal daily confidence.
Okay, what are you thinking then?
Strippers, Sadia.
Yep.
Yep.
Happy with that?
I
Do you
mean,
want to go into any more detail about that? Or are you just going to throw that
well,
in?
I said it's based on a Twitter feed. What do you think it's going to be? Me saying it's based on a. What do you think? I've got some decorum, mate. No, I do think from having gigged with Sadia and following her on Twitter, I think I'm very confident in that answer that she is said stripper. Yes.
Prime Minister, any cabinet post?
What was the other one?
The other one would I'd be a vet because I'm good at put downs.
Well, I mean, having gigged with Susie a bunch of times where she's been hosting and has been very, very good at dealing with any problematic audience members, that is a very accurate description of her. But whether or not she would sort of say that, and I think that is it. I think that's the one. It's going to be Susie's. Then the put downs, Paddy is going to be running the country or in the cabinet.
Yeah, happy with those answers?
Well, I was until you did that weird pause. Yes.
Okay, well, let's get the first one out of the way. It's not surprising any of us. Sadia has played a straight bat here. Stripper. Sadia's skills, if she's retraining, stripper. Unfortunately, Carl, you got the other two wrong, round the wrong way. Susie would be Prime Minister or any cabinet. And Paddy...
I suppose I should have gone for that because I would say the person out of all 5 of us who probably I would say is most sort of suitable for a top ranking is politician it's the general sense of wisdom that you carry yourself with and objectivity.
Fucking Tories, that's the objectivity. Fucking Tories, that is literally my Twitter. Fuck's sake.
All right,
Sadia, there are 5 rounds in this game. So as the host, I don't want to coach you too much. But the aim is to try and fool your competitors.
I didn't get that at the beginning. I was trying to make a statement about how I think being a comedian is quite revealing, and probably the only course of re-careering ourselves would be a stripper.
Oh, I see. So I went because your Twitter's a bit filthy. Carl went, your Twitter's a bit filthy. We went stripper, but actually it was more of a academic thesis on the way that comedians reveal ourselves. So Carl Donnelly, you get 1 point. I get to give out bonus points. Yes. If you get 3 right, you get to give out a bonus point. If you don't, I get to give out a bonus point. And I'm actually going to do something slightly controversial. I'm going to give my bonus point to Carl just because when I said the question, why do you think Sadia would be a stripper? The beautiful awkwardness on your face was like, Oliver, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you asking me that question? Back away, mate, back away. So I'm giving Carl a bonus point.
Thank you.
He gets 1 point for getting Sadia right, but also gets 1 point for also getting Sadia right. So that is 2 points for Carl Donnelly. No points for anyone else at the moment. And we are going into round 2. And Susie McCabe, this is your question as we head into round 2.
If you could sing a duet with any artist, who would it be? Dead or alive is absolutely fine.
Sadia, try not to write a stripper.
Okay.
You can now, because
I'd almost it would be a challenge to find a sexual answer to this. It's quite straight down the line. Just pick a singer. But if anyone can do it, Sadia.
Susie, you are a big music fan. Are you a singer? Like, are you a good singer? Like, could you do this?
No, I'm a terrible singer. I'd probably only ever sing with Ian Brown because he too is a terrible singer. So that would make me sound all right because he's a terrible singer. So
if you were in a band, would you be like Bez?
I just Maracas, just quite happy, I'd probably do that or play guitar. I'd be fine with, but yeah, everything else.
Susie, I've got answers for you. I've got answers.
Hook me up.
3 answers for you, and it's quite simple. I've just got 3 names.
Go for it.
Kylie Minogue, Sinead O'Connor, Amy Winehouse. So you just this is good. Susie's writing them down, but she's taking this seriously. That is excellent.
You've basically covered all bases there for me. You've went, Susie's gay, she'll love the Kylie. Susie's obviously a bit Irish, so she'll love the Sinead. And, she clearly likes a drink and a good old party, so she'll like the Amy. You've basically went 3 artists that she'll love. All right, I am going to say...
Oh, I love this. It's like a GCSE exam.
Jeez. Paddy, you're the curveball here, mate. You're the curveball, Paddy. I am going to say that Kylie is Sadia, Sinead is Carl, and Amy is Paddy.
Are you happy with that?
I'm going to go with it.
Brilliant. Absolutely. I love the fact that when Carl gave his answers, he just sort of guessed and got 1 point. And when Susie got out a new pen, a notebook, put her head down, worked really hard at it, she got absolutely fuck all. No answers whatsoever. Totally wrong. I think that proves to kids that effort is not a thing. Just wing it totally.
Paddy, are you Sinead?
Paddy is Sinead.
You fucking bald Irish cliche.
That's what I wanted, because I wanted us to team up and be the Irish right side Fred.
So you went, I'm Irish, so I like animals, farming in the country. I'll be a vet. Pop star, Sinead, bald, Irish. Mate, you need to branch out a bit.
There was me thinking Sadia was playing it straight back, but no, Paddy is just going, Irish people. Just Irish people. Carl is, this is something that not a lot of people know, Carl is Kylie Minogue. Is this
that wasn't, and I didn't pick it for any particular fandom reasons. I picked it just because I thought, based on her previous duets of Jason Donovan and then following that up with Nick Cave, I thought you needn't, no one would see this one coming as well. I thought it'd be fun if she just goes totally offbeat and just does a duet with a sort of decent stand-up comedian.
Vegan stand-up comedian.
A vegan stand-up comedian and podcaster. It makes no sense whatsoever.
I'd buy it. I would buy it, mate. Do you know what? So Susie gets 1 point. I'm gonna give 1 point to Sadia for Amy Winehouse. Yay. I just think, I can absolutely picture that. I'm guessing, Sadia, that you're not a drinker, so you would look after Amy. You would be the designated driver.
Yes, I love Amy. I love her so much. She's brilliant, and she's such a I feel like people should have looked after her more.
We are going into round 3, and Susie and Paddy are on 0 points. Sadia is on 1 point. Carl Donnelly is on 2 points. And Sadia, this is your round now, buddy. So you have got this. You get 3 right, you go straight into the lead. So what is your question, please, Sadia?
What is the easiest way to end a relationship?
Are you looking for tips, Sadia? Is that what this is? Because this is meant to be like a comedy panel show, but there's something happening. Have you just come on here and you thought to yourself?
No. I think it's really hard.
Talk to me, Sadia. Talk to me.
I think it's really hard to end things, or to say goodbye. And so it's not. I don't know if I'm going to be able to take on the answers depending on what they are and how legal they are. But
are you in a relationship at the moment?
No.
Have you ever met someone and then basically faked your own death or climbed down their drain pipe in the middle of the night? Have you ever done?
No, I think the easiest way, my answer, and I hope your guests have this, the easiest way is to cheat, right? So I'm hoping they haven't said that, actually.
Oh, well, let's see. Well, let's see what happens then. Let's see what we've got here. I have got 3 answers for you. Answer number 1, to their face and always take the blame. Answer number 2, set up a WhatsApp group called Relationship and then just leave it. Answer number 3, do a George Costanza and just pretend you were never in a relationship.
Okay, so I think the first one is Paddy. And the second and third I'm struggling a little bit with. The second and third are both quite funny, and I'm trying to place who's which one is which.
Sorry, can I just ask?
That sounded like an insult to Paddy. It's like,
Yeah,
Mate, you've gone very serious there.
It was quite straight with the Sinead O'Connor. My theory, Paddy, this is not personal. These are naughty comedians, because you went straight with Sinead O'Connor. And it feels like a very deadpan thing to say, just take all the blame. And I know that you don't really mean it. So it's funny in the deadpan type of way. The other 2 are funny as in like a different funny.
In a proper way, Paddy. They're funny in a proper way.
Like in the sort of constructed joke
exactly,
sense.
yes.
In a make you laugh way, Paddy.
Yeah, exactly. I'm taking notes, don't worry. Make people laugh in comments.
I think 2 could be Susie, and I think 3 could be Carl.
Sadia, you got 1 right, Sadia.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and I don't know if I want the Paddy one to be right or wrong, because it's
for my
curious.
benefit,
for Paddy's self-esteem. So let's just go. You got Carl Donnelly right. Carl would be George Costanza. He would just pretend he was never in a relationship. And now it's all but whether Susie is just gone to the face, properly direct, or whether Paddy is not funny. Here we go. Actually, Sadia, you got that wrong. Susie is the one who would go to the face. Paddy went for the joke. And frankly, Paddy, I liked it, mate. Good fucking joke.
Proper joke, mate.
So you got 1, but Susie, you would. So what do you do? Even if it's not your fault, you just take the blame?
Yep. I think breaking up with someone is worse than someone breaking up with you. The guilt is just the worst. It's the worst. I've been chucked by text message before, and it was awful. It was just horrible, and it was after a 3-year relationship. And I remember thinking
to Saudi Arabia, they can divorce you by text.
Yeah.
Really? As somebody who's been through a divorce, I did not know that information. very different here.
What happens if you text the wrong person? You divorce the wrong person? Oh, sorry, wrong number.
Your parents. Oh, I'm out of the will.
Carl, and you went for George Costanza.
I mean, yeah, this one's basically just inspired by the fact that I'm watching Seinfeld. I've never watched Seinfeld before, and during lockdown I started watching it. And it just seems like the sort of thing he'd do. He does that thing when he gets sacked
Who
from
is
work.
your favourite character?
George, I think George Costanza is probably the funniest sitcom character of all time. Like George Costanza has just every now and again just decisions he makes, like when he gets sacked from work and just goes in the next day and acts like it didn't happen. That sort of decision making is what made me think that would be a funny way to break up with somebody. Is just stop going out with them, and when they sort of ask what's going on, then you're like, what do you mean what's going on? And then just act like you were never in a relationship.
Proper gaslight.
Yeah, just a full-on gaslighting. None of this new rubbish gaslighting everyone's on about online.
You thought we were married? I thought that was just a piss up. We all get pissed off one night.
That what it was? Oh God!
You got 1 point there, Sadia. I get to give out bonus points. And I think we all know who this bonus point is going to. I'm giving it to Paddy. Paddy.
Sympathy.
Yeah, I mean, just for your self-esteem, buddy. Just keep going, Paddy. Just keep going, buddy.
Keep plugging away.
And actually, talking of plugging away, it's your round. It's round 4.
Okay.
Your question, please, Paddy Raff.
Okay, so in order to address the lack of biodiversity in comedy, what endangered creature would you be willing to physically incorporate into your live act?
This feels like the question of someone who, comedian sitting around smoking spliff, getting slightly stoned, just going, I know that gig was really difficult, but have you ever thought about getting a dodo? Like, is this where this has come from?
Yeah, no, I just thought it was so funny recently with all the people, the amount of complaints going to Ofcom about things being on Britain's Got Talent, and there was a guy did a set on it and it got complaints as well. I just thought, how funny would it be to make the gammons' heads explode even more if you had to say, now we're going to have on TV biodiversity as well as diversity? They'd be complaining about fucking, orangutans and, Panamanian golden frogs on Britain's Got Talent. What's wrong with the wee Jack Russell? You never see Jack Russells on TV anymore, just a Labrador. I just think that it would be really fun. And so, yeah, if you were a comedian and you had to introduce an animal on stage, I think that'd be pretty cool. I would have a pangolin, the wee pangolins with the scales, and just because they're cute. And I play guitar on stage, and their scales look like guitar picks. So you just you pull one out, and you'd incorporate that into your set.
I think I've got some answers from you all. Here we go. Paddy, white tiger,
right?
Lion. I can't support the use of animals for entertainment, so none. Oh.
Okay, yep. I think
you got this.
Yep.
You confident?
Yep.
Hit me up.
Okay, I think the white tiger, I'm going to say is, I'm assuming that's like the kind of snowy, like the white and black striped tiger. I'm going to say Susie. And the lion, I'm going to say Carl, and none. I'm going to say Sadia.
Do you know what I like about this, Paddy? I like, again, another writer. Notepads, writers, pens.
I haven't written much, but yeah, that was helpful.
Yeah, no, it's really good. It's really helped you. It's really helped you get absolutely no points, Paddy. Absolutely no points. Absolutely. I mean, it was absolute bullshit, mate. I mean,
I think you thought there was a lot of...
He went big on it. You were so serious.
Yeah,
mate.
I was sure. I'm gone.
I think you suspected some double bluffs going in there.
Yeah.
There was no double bluff. Sadia went white tiger. Susie went the national animal of Glasgow, the lion. And Carl just went straight vegan, no fucking about. None.
I was sure that was a double bluff. I was sure.
None.
There we go.
What would you have, like tofu on stage instead, or
Probably. I don't know. I mean, I could have an animal on stage if it's a well kept. And basically, I've got to get his consent before I let it come on stage.
That's what you train horses to do. Give their consent.
You got none right, Paddy. It was frankly, it was a disaster. It was an absolute disaster. What made you think white tiger for Susie?
Well, the first thing was I thought it was a double bluff with the no animals policy with Carl. So it was like I had to give that to somebody else. And then I just went, right, well, White Tiger, Susie, with just your hair reminded me of
Prime Ministerial hair.
Yeah, and that was when then it left. Yeah, sorry, land the card because I thought it was double bluff, and I thought Sadia would have decided against
which
it.
in retrospect I think is the best answer. Like who would want an animal on the bloody stage?
Exactly.
Oh, I bloody love it. I absolutely love it. I want one of those. Is it a capybara?
Yeah,
the biggest rodent in the world. I think I'd want one of them. Oh, yeah, no one's happy with that. No one's happy with that at all.
That just was, it's almost like we all just froze for a second. That caused all our internet to go down.
I'm going to give a bonus point, and I'm going to give a bonus point to Susie just because I don't think I'm ever going to look at Susie without thinking about a white tiger. Like, it feels like... Oh, do that again, mate. Do that again. That was the sexiest thing that's happened today.
Sexiest thing a lesbian has ever done. Let me tell you, a real lesbian or no lesbians.
A real lesbian, rather than Oh, look at that.
Like
Sadia, you want to use the white tiger move in your stripping act? So we go into the final round, which is my round. And this is nice. It's all closely fought at the moment. Susie and Paddy. So we've gone for the Celts on 1. Carl and Sadia are on 2 points each. This is my round. And what you do, I would like to see what picture on your phone best sums up 2020 for you. And then I will ask Carl to describe those photographs, because we are also doing this as a podcast, and we realised that the photo round was a bit shit for the podcast. Send those away, and then Carl, when you've got 4,
yes,
if you could let me know, that would be absolutely brilliant.
2 so far.
Is one of them yours?
Have to be...
One of them's mine.
This new microphone, you genuinely sound like you're on 5 Live. It's absolutely...
If you're coming from Birmingham down to the south, I'd love to do traffic reports. Maybe I should why didn't the government website offer that instead of those dumb things?
Okay,
right.
So 4 photographs.
Okay, in no particular order. Photograph 1 is a red emergency phone box with push for help on a white tiled wall. Photograph number 2 is a back garden with a outhouse, like a sort of a shed that you could also spend more than sort of 10 minutes in. You could probably sleep in it, with some children's furniture out front, just sort of aimed towards it on a gloomy day. I repeat. I don't repeat. You got it.
Gloomy day.
Number 3, it's somebody standing in front of empty supermarket shelves. I would expect or suspect it would be during the early part of lockdown or previous year's Black Friday. And finally, it's a sort of a flatbread food stuff, maybe a kebab. Can't see what is underneath. A lot of salad and a lot of what looks like chili sauce. And I won't say what else is on the table because that will, I think, give it away. But it's a can of carbonated drink, which probably gives it away as well.
Okay. Now this is interesting because I went through the whole range of emotions here. I originally went Sadia for the empty shelves, but when you mentioned the flatbread, Sadia smiled, and I don't know what it was, and that made me go, "Oh, Sadia just really likes flatbread." But then when you went carbonated drink, I don't want to give it away, but there is a carbonated drink, I'm like, well, that is definitely Iron Brew, that is definitely Susie McCabe. So I'm going Susie McCabe for the flatbread and the Iron Brew. I'm going shelves is Sadia Azmat. I'm going the outhouse stroke shed is Carl Donnelly himself, because I know you've got a family and you would want somewhere to hide. And the stop emergency on a white tile, basically I get the impression that Paddy Paddy's entire life is white walls, white tiles.
A lot of assumptions being made on this panel show. A lot.
I mean, Paddy, when you say assumptions, look around your room, buddy. Look around your room. Paddy is in the void.
Right, I can
Locked in.
tell you that you got one right.
Oh shit!
And that was Susie. Susie's, was it a kebab?
Yeah, it was homemade. I learned to make Indian food and Turkish food during the start of lockdown because I was so bored.
With the well-known Indian drink, Iron Brew.
Very nice, very loved, very loved.
A delicacy in Kerala, I believe.
So everyone gets a point if they fool me. Susie didn't fool me, but that means so everyone else fooled me.
Yeah, basically the photos were Sadia was the red push for help emergency phone, Paddy was the outhouse, and I was the empty shelves.
Oh, Paddy, again, my assumptions.
You assume wrong. Look, I have a bar in here.
What's going on?
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Oh my
See?
god.
That's so cool.
That's incredible. That's like The Usual Suspects or something. I'm looking at this one shot and then it literally turns 45 degrees and you've got a disco.
Yeah, I came in here during lockdown. I would come in here and I genuinely used to put on 10 hours of YouTube bar ambience as if I was in a bar and would drink. Have optics and everything, and I just sat and got drunk and pretended I was in a bar. So this is where it all goes down.
Oh, that is unbelievable. I mean, you have played that absolutely perfectly, Paddy.
The reveal.
Absolutely. Oh, a wonderful reveal. I totally fell for it. However, it doesn't help the scores. It doesn't help you win. We have Susie is on 1 point. Sorry, Susie. Paddy is on 2 points, but the joint winners of this week's episodes, Sadia is so happy about that. I've never seen a player look genuinely happy, not even win outright. Oh, and now Paddy's changed the shot properly.
Yeah, I should have started with this, but it was all about throwing you off. Everybody, oh, he's not funny. You know, he can't crack jokes.
I thought your pen was a cigar.
It should be. Who's all?
And Carl Donnelly and Sadia Azmat 3 points each, so our joint winners.
Yay!
Congratulations, both of you.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for playing. Congratulations. Congratulations, Carl. Congratulations, Sadia. Susie McCabe, thank you very much. Paddy Raff, thank you very much. But your winners of this episode of Who Said That is Carl Donnelly and Sadia Azmat. So well done. Well played. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you again on Who Said That. Goodbye.